Coming to you from the heart of DeSoto County, Florida, home of the world-famous and haunted Heard Opera House, the unbelievably delightful and delicious Joshua Citrus, and the birthplace of the granddaddy of them all, the Arcadia Rodeo, live inside the Wee Garden Homestead broadcast studio, dodging 3 dogs, 7 cats, and a bevy of chickens and rabbits. This is your host, the garden-tending, animal-loving quilt connoisseur herself. Here's Claudia.
So much fun. Hey, everybody. How are you tonight? I got Salty in the studio with me tonight. As usual, running things for me because I wouldn't be able to do it without him. I don't know what I'm doing. So, got a little bit of quilt talk, got a little bit of maybe some homestead garden talk, although I've been a slacker the last 2 weeks, in the garden anyway. So, few things to talk about today, and Salty and I were talking about that earlier, and I was like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. I was like, pop music, talk about it. So, hope everybody's been getting some garden stuff done, some home stuff done, some quilting always. I've been busy, so I was chatting with Salty the other day, and I said, I have a bunch of quilt tops that need to be finished up.
How many you got?
Thursday morning I did a count, and Thursday morning I had 12. Now 3 of them were ones that I found when I was straightening up and organizing and all of that I vaguely remember doing them, but I don't remember when. One of them was already had a border on it, just needed a backing and some batting and some binding, and that one is ready to be make a sandwich and be quilted. I got the backing too many bees in quilting. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for the last 3 days. Too many bees. I cut the binding, I did the backing, and I got the batting cut. So I've just got to make a sandwich and bind it. 6 of them were those quilt kits I cut a couple weeks ago, and the tops are all sewn. I did get 2 of them done in the last couple days. I pieced a couple of battings, got them quilted and bound. So 2 of them are finished and ready to go. I've got the quilt that Jocelyn made that I need to cut.
She's kind of making it.
Well, she and I put it together. The backing is done, the front is done, and I've got to cut a batting and quilt it for her. And then she told me what she wants for the binding, so I've got to do that. I've got the Jack Skellington quilt for Jilly that's going to be probably a Christmas present that I need to put together a backing and finish that one up. I don't know, what is that? Oh, I know. So I've got this one that I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. We'll get a full reveal here at some point.
Tabletop?
Little sneak peek. So this was my jelly roll quilt. These are my jelly rolls, and you guys saw me cut some of those. So the quilt top is done. I've just got to piece a couple of pieces for the back, and then it's ready to be quilted. And I've already got the binding cut for this one also. And then the 2 I finished this week are donation quilts. Try not to drop these on the floor because then they'll have dog hair on them. Oh, so this one is a donation quilt. It is one of the quilt kits. Oh, it's already got dog hairs on it. It's one of the quilt kits. I just did it in the zigzag straight across. They're pretty close together, so I'm not going to do any quilting the other way. And there will be a video about these too. I'll do a video reveal so you can see the whole thing. And then this one I did the same way, with just the wavy lines. So those are done. They're bound. They're completely finished. I'm just waiting for labels from the new place. I found a new place to donate. It is called My Very Own Blanket, and it's a .org. So it's My Very Own Blanket. I ordered labels from them, and they should be coming any day now. They have their own labels. You put your, there's a spot for the child's name, and then you put your name on it, made by, and then you get to write a little message to them. These go to foster children. This is what this nonprofit does. They make blankets, and they donate them to the agencies that run the foster programs. So I have one, in my county. It's actually right around the corner from me. When I called about it the other day, the man was very, hi Becky, thanks for joining. The man was very surprised when I told him what I was doing, and I just wanted more information because they have 3 sizes listed on their website, and I was curious what age group or, size quilts they thought they needed. And he said, and I told him I was a quilter, and he says, are you here in town? And I said, yes. And he says, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And he just seemed so surprised that I was going to donate quilts for foster children. So he said probably the smaller sizes. They had 36 by 36 listed. They had 40 by 50 or 60 listed, which is those quilt kits I cut a couple weeks ago. Those were the perfect size. And then they had a larger size, and I can't remember the dimensions on that. But they did have a larger size listed. So I'll probably have a couple of those too. It's called myveryownblanket.org, and they look like they are in just about every state in the U.S. So I am sure that you can probably find a place close by if you are interested in this to donate to foster children. Their goal is to have every child going into foster care to have their own blanket, because a lot of times when they go into foster care, they don't have, they don't have anything. Sometimes they go with, I've heard they go with their clothes in a garbage bag. So I think that this is a good one. It's going to stay, the quilts I make will stay in my county, which is local. And if you're looking for somewhere worthwhile to donate to, I think that would be, a good thing. I do. And I'm going to be donating. I ordered 10 labels. If you're close by and you can pick them up, I think they were like 30 cents or 25 cents or 30 cents each, or something like that. If you're having them shipped, they were 65 cents, but you could pay 70 cents and help contribute to their credit card fees. So I went ahead and paid 70 cents each for them. I ordered 10. They haven't made it yet. I kind of procrastinated a little bit to order, but they should be here any day. My sister ordered some, and she said hers came really quick. So they have shipped. I should have them any day now. Hi, Christy from Nebraska. So anyway, if you're interested in donating, I think that would be a great thing. They do take 36 by 36 baby quilts. So I am going to work on some of those. And actually, probably I need a little bit of help with one of them. Not really. I could probably figure something out on my own, but I had fat quarters. So we're going tabletop again. Thank you. This was a fat quarter, and I liked it because it had the grays in it, and I've really been into the grays lately, and the blue. And I pulled this one out. Actually, I used this one today too. And I was like, oh, I think I have just enough of that left. And I actually had quite a bit of that one left. So I pulled that one out because it went really well with it. And then I pulled this darker gray out. This was a fat quarter, and this was a fat quarter. And the 3 of these were not going to be enough for what I wanted to do. So I pulled a white. This is a white. Oh, you can see it. It's a dot, white on white, polka dot. Now, because these were fat quarters, I cut these 6x6 and I could only get 8 each out of it. And I wanted to do a 6 across grid and a 6 down. So I would need 36. So I have 8 of each of these. And then I have more of both of these that I can do. I just can't quite figure out how to make these come out to 36 blocks that it'll look like it's an organized thing. I was thinking of just doing the diagonals, but I just don't have quite enough. I will be putting a border on anyway because these are cut at 6, and if I do 6x6, it comes out to like 33 inches once they're sewn. So I don't know. Anybody have ideas on that? Hi, Becky. Welcome. I make and donate to different organizations also. That's awesome. Making tops for now for family of a person who is in the hospital and will be passing. Oh, that's so sad. It's called Covered in Love. Okay, so it's not somebody you know. You donate the top and then they finish it and give it to the person. That's awesome. I'm going to write that one down. Covered in Love. I'll have to look into that. I like that. You know me, I like to donate to the kids' causes. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, I have enough from the edges that I could piece. I only need one more of each of these. I could piece one here. When I put these together earlier, they actually lined up. I could piece one there, and I could piece that. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Will that look silly if I do that? I don't think it'll show that much. They line up pretty well.
She says it's in Tyler, Texas.
Oh, so I would have to ship things to them. But I'll look it up. That's cool. I will definitely look it up. I have so much fabric. I've got to make quilts, and you know, I don't have that many more people to give quilts to that sooner or later they're going to be like, I got enough quilts. I don't know. I keep making them for the grandbabies, so that's okay. My little Jessie girl, Jocelyn's mom, told me she was going to need to get a storage, build another room on just for quilt storage, I think was how she put it. I don't know about that, but especially since Jocelyn's been making a bunch of them. So
you had a whole list of stuff there, don't you?
That was most of it, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you rattled through quick.
I did. I know. I do that. What was that? 10 minutes? Yeah, about that.
About that.
Rattled through my list.
So, did we talk about sustainable stitching and sustainable quilting and stuff like that last time?
I don't think so. Like reusing like fabrics from clothes and stuff, or
I guess sustainable. And what are they saying here? It's they're going with organic cottons, plant-based dyes, salvaged fabrics, repurposed bed sheets, recycled denim, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're doing it, trying to get more eco-friendly and, recycling fabrics and stuff like that for their quilting.
Well, I'm a big fan of recycling fabrics or upcycling or remaking things from other things. So, I don't know. Maybe we did talk about it. I remember talking about that I had done a couple of memory quilts.
Yeah.
So we might have talked about it.
Have.
I'm going to have to start taking notes about what we talk about. But I actually, and I'm kicking myself in the butt right now over it, but I spotted a couple weeks ago in Goodwill, they had white king-size cotton sheets, flat sheets. And I thought about it and I went back in to grab one, and they had 2 or 3 of them. And I was like, well, I really only need one. I'm just going to cut it up and use it for foundation piecing for small pieces. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, Salty, what that is.
Not really.
But basically, if I was going to do a square and just use scraps, I would sew the pieces down to the down to a square of either fabric or paper. If I use paper, I've got to tear it off before I make the quilt. But if I use fabric, I can just leave it on there. So I was going to use it for that. And I went back in to grab one, and they still had several of them. They must have just been donated, and people, don't always take sheets. And I try to look I try not to get the microfiber ones. I try to get cotton ones. And I grabbed it, and I got up front, and it was $1.
Oh.
It was the color. I thought the color was half off, but it wasn't. It was like that day of the week, that color was $1. And I was so surprised, and I was like, oh, okay. And I left. And not thinking, I should have gone back and grabbed the rest of them. I mean, it was white cotton, and they were in good shape. They were like brand new. So I should have gone back and grabbed those to use them for foundations or backing or whatever. They were white. I could have even dyed them. I could have done tie-dye and used them for quilt fabric. I just wasn't thinking. Becky, you use fleece blankets for the back. Do you quilt them yourself on your regular machine, or do you have a long arm that you do it on?
What would be the difference there?
The long arm.
I mean, I know the difference in the machine, but why would you?
Well, I'm wondering if I would have trouble with the fabric shifting on my regular machine versus the way the long arm works. With the stuff on top and the stuff on the bottom, and that moving versus trying to move it through my machine.
Gotcha.
Because I've been thinking about that. People use the Mankey and the fleece, and I don't know if I want to take the chance and ruin a quilt that way.
Oh, nice.
On your regular machine. And do you have problems with it shifting? Do you pin baste it, or because I pretty much only spray baste if I can. Yeah. Because crawling around on the floor trying to pin would be a dog hair heaven, and I would have dogs up in my business too. So.
And/or cats.
And/or cats, yeah.
Miss Pretty be all over you.
She would. She'd be like, "What do you got? What do you got? What are you doing there, Mom?" So fleece blankets. I'll have to look into that. I was thinking about using fleece blankets for batting. I didn't think about using them for a back.
What kind of a blanket is that we have in the second room, in the guest room there? That blue one that.
It's like a.
It's like a.
I didn't buy that one. It's like a microfiber fleece, probably.
Oh.
I think that's what I would call it. Okay, you use spray base too. Yeah, I totally agree on that. And the fleece works, but the Minky is too hard. The Minky's kind of slippery, isn't it? Christy says she also uses old cotton sheets for foundation piecing, for string blocks. That's pretty much what I was thinking. I wanted to do some, instead of doing squares, I wanted to do, what are the, like, square shapes, but are longer on the sides, honey? What are those?
Rectangle?
Yes, rectangles. Thank you. I wanted to do rectangles so that when the strings go together, it looks more like a diamond. That's what I wanted to do. Yes, thank you. I'm telling you, I have Tourette's. I don't say bad words. I just say the wrong words. You finally put enough together to make a top. I have a lot of strings. I've been saving all my strings. If they're over an inch, I've been saving them. And I have a lot of 2.5 inch ones too. So, and I would imagine it would be definitely an ongoing project. But it does look like it'd be fun, and it would have a lot of colors in it. So, awesome. Thanks, Christy. So, yeah. Echo, what'd you call it, Salty?
Which?
What did you?
A rectangle?
No, what did you ask me about? Echo, what did you say? Echo something?
Oh, sustainability.
Sustainable. I swear I'm not drunk. Oh, Becky, you don't add batting because it's already so warm. That's a good idea, because I use very thin batting because we're in South Florida and it's, hotter than the hinges of Hades here. So just about all year long. The lady that does your long arming will use sheets, fleece, or minky. Okay. Yeah. And like I said, I do see a lot of people do it, use the minky, but they usually use it on a long arm. So I wasn't real sure about that.
Potato chip blocks.
Potato chip blocks.
What the heck is that?
They're, I need to do one, actually. I was thinking about that the other day as I was sorting through some of my 2.5-inch squares, 2.5-inch strips. So you would take 2.5-inch, 2.5 by 4.5 pieces. You would sew 2 together in the middle, or you could take a 4.5 by 4.5 square, and then you sew one of these 2.5 by 4.5s on either side, and then
I'm going down to the table so you can kind of maybe show me.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I'm glad I grabbed my notebook. Okay, so you would take
a potato chip block.
A potato chip block. It's basically, they say doing them is like addictive, like potato chips. Like you can't just do one.
Oh, okay.
So you would take like a 2.5 by 4.5 piece here, and then a 2.5 by 4.5 piece here, and you'd sew those together. And then you'd take a 2.5 by 4.5 piece here and one here. And then when you put those together, you'd put 2 together for this side. And then you'd put 2 together for this side. And then you'd put 2 together for this side and 2 together for this side.
It just keeps going.
And then you'd put 3 together for this side and 3 together for this side. So yes, it keeps going. So there's no seams that butt up, really. Like you don't have to piece these seams together because they don't line up. And then the next time you would take 3 here, and then you would take 3 here.
And then once it go 5?
And then it'd go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yes. And then you could do it. You could keep going with that, or you could stop when you got, what did we have? 3. So you could stop at any point there, or you could keep going and just make a big square quilt.
I got you.
Hopefully.
So if you had if you did that with, let's say, I don't know, a dozen different fabrics, a dozen different colors,
do a dozen. You could do. I mean, this is a scrap quilt, as scrappy as they come.
That's
you could
awesome.
do it with a ton of different fabrics, like whatever I have in my 2.5-inch bin. That's 5 inches or less. It's going to go probably potato chips.
Cool.
So, or like I said, in the middle here, you could, instead of doing the 2 blocks together here, you could just do one square block. So, I'm glad I grabbed my notebook last minute.
So things you didn't complete from your last time. You didn't build the house.
I did not build a house. I'm so sorry. I asked you on that Monday. I said, "What color do you want your house to be? Your improv house to be?" And you laughed at me. So
I thought you were.
I was frustrated and I didn't do it. Oh, that's a good idea. Making a 4-patch in the center of this too. I didn't do it. So no, I did not do that.
But
I didn't make a house. I need to do an improv house. You're right.
Yeah. I think that's where we started. Discussing the improv stuff.
I need to do a bunch of improv houses.
Yeah. With trees, and then what was the thing we were talking about with we were discussing something about the 3D effect, and it was a weird Italian name for to do the 3D effect when you like stuffing the little pieces.
Oh, I remember that, but I don't remember what the word was.
What's the word? We had a word for it. But anyways, yes. But you gotta do your little quilt though with little random houses and
Houses and
trees
some streets and some trees and
yeah, basically stuffed applique stuff.
yeah. I don't know if I'll stuff applique with the improv, but yes.
But that was part of it was
Okay.
the 3D effect.
Okay. I might make a lake in the front with some fish in it or something too. Some improv fish.
I'm really upset I forgot that word because I'd learned a new word and I forgot it already. It's been 2 weeks.
Well, I forgot too, and it pertains to something I do all the time.
I got to see if I can figure out what the word was.
Are you're gonna Google it again?
What was that? Applique, right? Yeah.
Stuffed applique.
What's the word for it? I know it's stuffed applique. What's the word for it? Dagnabbit.
Well, Misty, be careful driving, okay? You don't need to watch because I'm not doing anything exciting. So she's streaming in her car, honey.
The car's making. Well, maybe we should play her some music.
I was singing earlier.
That's true.
Pop music.
Yeah.
Talk about. That's going to be in my head for days now that it's there.
Yeah. Hey there, Misty. Enjoy your drive home while we bring you the soothing sounds of quilting with Claudia.
Did you find it, honey?
No.
Oh.
No, I have no idea where I got that last time.
I don't know either.
I'm even checking through my stupid bookmarks and stuff.
Okay, that's good, Misty. Just listen. Don't watch.
Let me see. Yeah, I just flatly don't know. Not. I guess I'm. I thought for sure I had all my notes and everything from our last conversation here, and I just guess I didn't
Just
have it
lost
written
them,
down.
huh? I have to remind me this week. I have to can beans. I got to can those black beans.
Yeah. Okay.
While I'm thinking of it, y'all send me notes and comments and stuff. Comment on whatever I post this week and tell me I got to can beans. I don't know.
Oh, found it.
Oh, good. What's it called?
Trapunto.
Trapunto?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the Italian word for quilt.
Oh, okay.
Well, 3D for 3D.
For 3D quilt.
Yes.
Okay. Trapunto.
Yeah, I was super excited about that last
I'm going
time.
to jot that in my notes, too, in case you quiz me again next week. Not that I've got my notes from last time here anyway, so. So what else you got for me today?
I thought you had your own list today.
I went through it already.
Well, goodness gracious.
I know. It wasn't a very long list.
I thought you had a big list of stuff today.
I've been a slacker all week.
I think, let me see, what else?
Not really, because I quilted and bound two quilts in 2 days, and I cut a new quilt for Jocelyn yesterday to start.
I was going to ask you.
What were you going to ask me?
Because you're going to keep talking about you have these quilt tops.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. I know where you're going with this.
But you got, what'd you say? You got 10 or 12 of them?
I had 12. Two of them are finished.
You finished today. Now they're quilt tops.
Yes.
But before they're quilted, they're just tops.
I guess.
I mean, how are they?
Guess.
How are they quilt? They're going.
How are they quilt? They're going to be quilt tops.
If they're not quilted yet, though,
they're not.
They're just tops.
Okay.
I've been baffled by that ever since.
He's been in a quandary about this all day, y'all. Help me here. Help me out. Help me out. Explain to him how it can be a quilt top if it's not quilted yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quilt top.
It's gonna be a quilt top.
Yeah, I've been razzing her about that all day because I honestly think that it's just a top. It's a wannabe blanket until it's quilted. No?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
A designer blanket.
So is it a blanket if it's not quilted yet? I guess so.
Well, you can blanket things with I mean,
I could blanket something with it. This is true.
So it's a blanket until it's put together and quilted.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. Right. I'm very sorry.
So, can we talk about QuiltCon for a minute?
Oh, yes.
Did you look it up or no?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I mean, you were telling me when it is and whatnot. So
I know I've had a few people comment that they're going to QuiltCon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we decided today that I'm going to try to make it to QuiltCon.
Well, no, we decided today that you're going to go to QuiltCon.
I'm going to go. He says I'm going to go to QuiltCon. That's awesome. It is the weekend of my birthday, so I'm kind of excited about that I'm going to get to go to 3 quilt shows in February.
In 3 weekends in a row.
3 weekends in a row, yes. Because we have one here the weekend before and we have one here the weekend after that I will be taking Jocelyn to. When I mentioned to my sister who lives in Raleigh that I was considering coming up to go to QuiltCon, she asked me if I wanted to bring Jocelyn, and I'm thinking probably not.
Look at this. It's a flimsy.
An unfinished top is a flimsy?
That's what the British call them, flimsy.
Flimsies.
I like that.
I like that too. I'm going to write that one down ttoo.
Flimsies. Before it's quilted.
Okay, so I have 10 more flimsies, and I cut a new one today. So
hot diggity! I knew it.
Flimsy. I like that.
I knew it couldn't be called a quilt top.
I like that. I'm going to have to remember that. Help me remember that.
Flimsy. and they are pretty much flimsy as heck there before they get quilted up. I'm stoked.
Okay. Well, thanks, Becky. And have a good night.
I feel a little bit vindicated.
She says before they're quilted, it's just a top, not a quilt until it's finished. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you, Becky.
I am. Thank you for. I'm going to be able to strut around the yard now tomorrow.
Because you were right.
Because I finally got something right.
Is that the phone?
That's the phone ringing.
Well, answer it.
Hello?
Hey, y'all, it's Misty.
Hey!
I pulled over because I was laughing so hard about this quilt thing. It is a quilt, Salty. It is a quilt top, and then it gets quilted and becomes a quilt.
Well, yeah, but Becky had my back on this. She says it's called a flimsy.
Well, in the British call it a flimsy.
Britain call it a flimsy. Okay, that's true.
Hey, Misty, you're our first caller ever.
I wondered about that when I pulled over, and I'm like, well, I said I was going to call a couple of times, and I never did. So
I'm so excited. You have no idea. We used to do an internet show, like, what did we do? 2-3 days a week sometimes. Salty would do it.
Sometimes 4.
And we had call-ins then too, and he had regulars that would call in all the time. But you're the first one. You're the first one for the Wee Garden Homestead for me.
Oh,
thanks
boy.
so much.
I'm excited. So I have to tell you, you probably already talked about it, but I have to tell you how wonderful that quilt was in honor of Brittany. It was beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That one really. I know that one hits it for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. I lost my aunt and uncle at the same time to a drunk driver. They were on their morning walk, and she had it was like 6:30 in the morning, and she was just coming home from a bar and thought she hit a curb.
Oh my God. So she didn't even stop?
Nope. They had to hunt her down. It didn't take near as long, and I think within about 18, 19 months, they had her, and she was in jail, but she got 3 years. That was it. For 2 lives. The guy that he was actually driving. He had two other people in the car. Both of them were killed. I guess on impact from what we understand. He made it
he made it look like the other boy was driving, and he physically ran. The car was not drivable. He ran. He left on foot. And it took a while for them to actually put him in the car. I think it was the other boy's car, and it took a while for them to actually put him in the car. And
it was like DNA of him on the steering wheel.
Wow.
And then Brittany's mom, they had given her what they thought was Brittany's phone, and it was actually his phone. And he kept asking her, can I get my phone? Can I get my phone? And she was like, that's evidence. I've already given it to the police. When she realized it wasn't Brittany's, she was just, no, you can't have your phone. It did. It took, what did it take, honey? About 2 years for them to finally lock him up. And I want to say he got 20 to life.
Yeah, it was 20 to life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was, he threatened some guy in front of the McDonald's or something. You didn't see me here.
Oh yeah. He told them to call the police, and you didn't see me or something like that at the McDonald's, which was like a half a block away. I mean, it was in a mall. He was at one end of the mall, and the McDonald's was at the other end of the parking lot of the mall. So yeah. Yep.
These kids are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a beautiful quilt. I love the lips on it.
Thank you.
In fact, I was so inspired by those lips that I started drawing out. I've got a bunch of printer paper taped together, and I've got a rough shape of the lips, and I'm going to try and make a zipper bag, just like a pouch.
Oh, how cute.
And that center part, like where you had the white,
is where the lips are going to be. Is where the zipper's going to be.
That's where yep.
That'll be so cute.
I'm going to see if I can do it.
That'll be so cute. I'll be looking forward to seeing some pictures of that.
I actually finished my table runner, my Tula table runner. Okay, my table runner top. I still have to get it sandwiched and quilted, but I'll have to throw that up there because I love Tula. So that turned out really good.
Awesome.
Actually, I think I have another purse to put up there.
Oh, sweet.
I've been going crazy with the purses. I don't know. I've been quilting for 10, 15 years, and all of a sudden somebody did a pouch. I don't even remember who it was, and I thought, well, shit, I can do that. Oh, sorry.
No,
I can do that. Okay. And I made one, and then I made another one, and then my mother said, well, can you do this? Well, can you do that? And all of a sudden, it just like morphed into bags. And I just can't get enough. I keep making them and making them and making them.
That's awesome.
I know the pictures she's posted.
They're beautiful. They really are. They are works of art, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I try.
They are.
Trust me, they're
super
you wouldn't
fancy.
necessarily say that if you saw them up front or up close, but that's okay.
Well, it's still more than I do and better than I do. Would do right now. So I gotta give you proper credit.
Well, thank you. We're not supposed to point out our faux pas, so. That's
right. I say it all the time. I don't live in a perfect world. So if something's not perfect, it's not perfect. It is. It's okay.
Okay. Well, I need to finish getting home.
Okay.
So I'm so happy I got to be the first caller.
You are. Maybe other people will be encouraged and they'll call in too, because I'm so excited.
Yes. Yes, hopefully. Okay, well, hopefully I'll get home in time before. I missed you guys last week.
We didn't do one last week.
I kind of figured maybe you were still working on the quilt or, something came up. And I was sitting there and I'm like, damn, they're not going to be on tonight.
I had a little bit of burnout last week. Yeah. I just couldn't. It was one of those weeks. I just couldn't. I don't even think I really sewed. Well, oh no, that was the week I did the jelly roll quilt.
The jelly rolls, yeah.
And that thing kicked my butt. And by Saturday morning, I looked at Salty and I said, I just can't. I can't do it today. That was what it was.
It?
I didn't post it yet. I didn't post it yet because
Oh,
it's still just a top.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, yeah.
It's still just a flimsy. It's still just a flimsy, and I've got one more to quilt and bind that I've already got and then I've got to cut. I was piecing batting together to do the donation quilts, but I'm out of pieces to do that with, so I'm gonna cut from my big roll. So it'll be the first one I do when I cut. So it'll be this week.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It'll be, I might finish it Sunday or Monday probably. So probably Wednesday I'll get it posted.
Cool. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll get home before y'all end. Or are you just doing an hour?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I probably won't be home by then. But so if not, have a wonderful week.
Okay. Thank you.
And I'm sure I'll be posting on Facebook, and I'll be looking forward to that jelly roll.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. You guys take care.
Okay. Drive carefully.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. JMB says it's Trapunco.
Yeah, Trapunto. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I had it. I finally found it was in my note pile, but it wasn't on the pages that I had saved up. So I had to dig through my notes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's warm in here tonight.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right. So what you got now? Smarty pants.
I don't know. I'm just so excited that Misty called in.
JMB. Yeah. No, that's cool. I think. Yeah. Let's see here. What was the?
I think you spelled it close enough.
Yeah. Well, easy enough to see. I think it was. I'll throw it into the chat. Here's the what it is. The thingy. Trapunto. Yeah. The Italian word literally means to quilt or to stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do trapunto anyway if I'm quilting.
To a degree, yes. Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just saying.
I know.
You know, they do those puffy quilts too. I haven't tackled one of those yet, but they do puffy quilts, and I think the way they do it is they take the square and they make the sides be smaller when they're sewing them together, and then they do one row at a time or something, and then they stuff it, and then they sew the next row, and that seals it. Or I don't know. It looked like a lot of work to me, and I haven't tried it. But they're really puffy, like super puffy.
See, I'm getting backed up all over the place here. It's a flimsy. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to use that word. I like that.
I like that a lot too. I'm glad we found that out. Now you can't look at me like I was mental.
No.
In the yard. No,
I wasn't really looking at you you were mental.
You were giving me the stink eye.
Didn't see a point to the argument.
Well, it wasn't an argument.
It wasn't an argument. It was a discussion.
It was a valid point that I had.
It was.
And you didn't want to believe it. You were the one arguing. I was simply pointing out that it just didn't add up to me.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, you should look up puffy quilts. I don't know. Anybody out there do a puffy quilt?
Puffy quilt.
Puffy quilt.
No, I'm gonna look that up myself.
Yep, I knew you would.
Yeah. I'm
not doing one.
Lazy.
I don't know. Unless somebody posts on here says they did it and it was really easy, I'm not doing one.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, yeah, yeah.
I don't like using polyfill. It just doesn't thrill me.
That's crazy. Okay, yeah, that looks like a healthy amount of work.
Yeah.
But,
so I got a couple of people who have said they want me to do some memory stuff for them before Christmas, but when I tell them, well, message me on Facebook or whatever, because they always say something when it's not the appropriate time to discuss it, and then they don't do it. And are they just going to come to me last minute and say, hey, can you do this?
Okay, I'm looking at this one here. Well, I'm looking at all of these puffy quilts, and I'm inspired for you.
Okay. All right.
You've got to do one. You've got to do, or close to it. I know you don't want to do the puffy quilt
Okay.
per se.
Can you put a picture up?
Possibly. Let me see if I can get a picture here. I'm not going to get it here because I don't have a picture spot here. Hang on a second. Give me just a second. I'll get you a picture of one.
Okay. It's a puffy quilt? Does it make a picture?
No, it doesn't. But
Okay.
I'm struck with an idea here that it needs to be done to look like Tetris.
A puffy quilt to look like Tetris, or just a quilt to look like Tetris?
Well, a puffy quilt would look amazing. But I think you could probably get away with doing it with
2.5-inch blocks? 2.5-inch squares or bigger?
I think they're a little bigger than that. Let's see if we can get you this picture here. Hang on, let me see. I almost got it loaded here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a puffy quilt.
Yeah, but I'm looking at that and I'm saying, oh man.
Yeah, with like a blackish background and then the different colors like the Tetris.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'll make it puffy. We'll do that one. That sounds like
a little bit.
We'll do
you could get the thicker batting.
Higher loft batting.
Yeah.
Okay, so a Tetris. I need to put that on my list for next year.
A Tetris quilt.
Because I think that next year, and by next year I mean, just a few months from now, I think that I'm going to try to do a lot of scrap quilts and maybe not buy so much fabric.
Well, I suppose
we'll see how the not buying goes,
yeah.
But I do have a lot to use. But I think that would make a scrap quilt would be good with that, because then, like, some of the pieces have 5 blocks, right? The straight ones have 5 blocks, and the little one has 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So I could do, like, if it's green, I could do 5 different greens. Or 5 different, whatever the colors are in Tetris. I don't. Yeah. I can't think of them offhand.
Get the different shapes, the square, and then
and do it like halfway up, and then have blocks coming down.
Yeah. Now,
have it almost layered up to the top, and have blocks coming down.
If you wanted to be really fancy about it, you'd have one complete row, and then show it exploding, and then all the little pieces flying away.
I don't know how I would do that. I really don't know how I would do that.
That'd be ridiculous, but but yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of planning. But that sounds like it would be a great scrap quilt. And the reason he's telling me I need to do Tetris is because I'm a big Tetris fan. I haven't played in a while, but I do really like Tetris.
I'll get you on the.
As far as video games go, Tetris is probably one of my favorites.
Are you sure?
For me to play, yes, definitely.
So it's not Guitar Hero.
All right, Christopher. So there's a story behind that one. Years ago, many years ago, we got Guitar Hero, and our son, who is very gifted at, not that being gifted at music really makes a difference, but very gifted at music and video games. He has crazy good eye-hand coordination. Decided he was going to play my Guitar Hero that I had been attempting. What song was that?
It was the very first song.
Was it the first one?
I think so.
Anyway, I had been attempting it
Slow Ride?
Might have been Slow Ride. Attempting it and attempting it and attempting it and attempting it and not succeeding. And he picked it up and he flipped the guitar over and he was playing left-handed. And I sat there saying, "Don't beat my game. Don't beat my game. Don't beat my game." And he's laughing and he's going, "Oh, I won't." And then all of a sudden he goes, "Oh no." And I have never since played Guitar Hero because he beat my game accidentally left-handed.
Yeah, but he also played it backwards and blindfolded too.
Yes, he would play it behind his head or, not even looking.
Not looking at the screen.
Not even looking at the screen.
He just knew the patterns. It was ridiculous.
Yes, it was. So that was the first and last time I played Guitar Hero pretty much. So anyway, no, Guitar Hero is definitely not my favorite. And I think it was the first song. I think it was Slow Ride.
Hmm.
Terrible, 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 terrible.
So a Tetris quilt, though, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good with that.
Nah, we'll find out next year.
Yeah, you're saying that now. You didn't build the house from 2 weeks ago. We discussed.
Well, that's why I said next year, not next week.
Yeah, but you said you were going to do it for last weekend.
Okay, I gotta do a house this week.
Yeah,
Gotta do a house.
you got to have your house ready for next Saturday.
Okay.
Go ahead and ask the question, because you're going to ask a question.
What color do you want your house?
I would like it, the main part of the house. Let's just keep it simple. Brick pattern. Just little tiny little bricks.
I have some brick fabric.
Oh, I took all the fun out of it.
Kind of like the song. She's a brick house. I don't know where it is, but I do have it.
You got it. Okay.
I have a scrap probably enough to make several brick houses, but
Okay. Several brick houses.
several brick houses.
You're gonna do.
I'm only gonna commit to one.
Windows and doors.
A window and a door probably.
A window, a door, chimney.
Yeah, I might see if I can find a little dog or a cat and stick it in the window,
Now you're just getting fancy.
looking out the window.
I'm okay with that.
A chimney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little wispies
chimney.
of smoke. Oh,
Okay.
how about a nice smoker, or a nice big smoker set out in the front yard.
I don't know if I have any fabric that has a smoker, and I'm not building you an improv smoker. What color do you want the door?
What? It's got to be a red door.
On a brick house?
Yeah.
All right.
Brick house with a red door. Why not? Or a
All right.
black door
All right. Oh, and a chimney.
and a chimney. Yeah.
We doing a metal roof?
If you got the stuff to do that, why
I have
not?
gray.
Aluminum, steel, stainless. How about a nice Tesla roof?
I don't know about that. I wouldn't mind having a Tesla roof on the house.
Yeah, you'd be okay.
1920 house with a Tesla roof.
That would just be so silly.
It would be. I think we should do it.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can get the money back that FP&L does, the rebates and stuff,
Well,
and the government does. I wonder if they'll do that on
they
Tesla
do
roofs.
they do net billing. So if we put more back, the more we take in.
Right, but you also get the government does rebates too.
I think, yeah, but
And I don't know if they'll do that.
That's state level, I think.
But I don't know if they'll do it on Tesla
On a
roofs
Tesla,
or just
I have
on
no idea.
on solar panels. I don't know. Either way, it'd be interesting. Our 1920 house with a Tesla roof.
Yeah, it'd look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you ready to put the buttons in this thing?
Sure.
I just know you're out of stuff here, and I didn't prepare anything because I thought you had a huge list.
I'm sorry, I'm a slacker. And before you bring it up, no, I did not plant any seeds. I know it's been 2 weeks.
I know, but I ordered you a seed starting mix. So
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
Pretty soon there will be no excuses.
I know. I know. I would have done it today if we'd have gotten some seed starting mix.
I can't believe it was not anywhere in town.
Well, it's been hard for me to find before.
Oh well. All righty. What do you say?
I think we're done.
Okay.
All right.
What do you say to everybody?
I'm going to say thanks so much for joining us. And if you're watching the replay, thanks so much for watching. And quilt on, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right.
Thank you.
It's a jungle out there. Oh, yeah. That's not this show. That was the other one.
We need an outro
An
song.
outro song, yeah. I'll work on that.
All right.
Okay.